everyone, Screaming Geek Meteor. I am Jerry the Geek. Today we're going to talk about the 4K of Lifeforce. But before we get into that, if you like physical media, 4Ks, Blu-rays, DVDs, if you like home theater movies in general, please check out my other videos on my channel because I do these reviews, I do discussions, collection updates, unboxings. Check that stuff out. Hit the like button, subscribe, turn your bell notifications on for future videos. And always feel free to comment below. Let me know what you think of anything. If you like a movie, or if you like how I'm doing something, or if you don't like it, just again, just let me know. I always take criticism, suggestions, whatever. So let's get into talking about Lifeforce on 4K. This movie came out in 1985, rated R, directed by the great Tobe Hooper. And you got, as far as stars, you have Steve Railsback, Mathilda May, Peter Firth. There's also Patrick Stewart, which when I first saw him, I was like, that looks like Patrick, but it looks pretty young. He's got a little bit of hair around the sides and back, which I've only ever known him as being bald. So it's kind of weird, it's kind of weird seeing him that way. But once he started talking, it's like, oh, that's him. That's obvious. The movie takes place, starts out in space. The space shuttle called Churchill is actually going out to observe Halley's Comet. As they get closer, they realize there's actually something inside the coma of the comet, and they realize that it's like a ship. So they go and start exploring, and they discover some dead bodies that have been drained, and they discover, three completely human bodies they appear human anyways. So they bring them back down to Earth to do some experimenting to, learn more about them. But after that, everything takes to the wrong turn. So I have not seen this movie, probably VHS. I mean, I remember it as far as I remember the title, but I didn't remember anything about it. So this was like watching for the first time again. And it's an enjoyable movie. I really like this. Now, this 4K comes from Shout Factory. It came out in 2022. The movie was filmed originally in 35 millimeter. Did have a 4K digital intermediate finish with HDR10 and Dolby Vision. And damn, this thing, I mean, when it comes to Shout Factory, you expect a lot from them. And they deliver here. There's no exceptions. This is an incredible transfer from beginning to end. I mean, it's full of details, the textures, especially the spacesuits. I mean, you can just see all the details of writing and the colors and little things on that. And on all the colors throughout all of it, it just really pops off the screen. Very well saturated. So incredible presentation here. I have nothing bad to say about this. Now, as far as a Blu-ray comparison, again, I've never owned this on physical media, so I have no comparisons to talk about. This did get Blu-rays from Shout in the past. And I'm sure from being from Shout Factory, the Blu-rays looked pretty good. But I think with this, I mean, they went back and did brand new 4K scans. So this is most likely will be an upgrade over your previous Blu-ray. And they use a 4K scan on the Blu-ray here as well. Now for the audio here, you got three choices. We have Dolby Atmos, DTS HD Master Audio 2.0, and a 5.1 track. Now the thing to note is because the difference is because you have the theatrical cuts and you have the director's cuts. The director's cut is only available on a Blu-ray. The 4K only has a theatrical. It kind of sucks with the way some of the labels are doing that. They give you both cuts, but they can't show you the full, uncut on 4K. But, what to note here with the audio is you do not get the Atmos track on the director's cut, only on a theatrical version. I did watch most of the movie in the Dolby Atmos, which I don't have Atmos, so I have it down mixed as a 5.0 for me. But I did flip between the tracks, And, the 2.0 was pretty damn good in its own. It gave you some sense of surround, even just coming from the stereo speakers. It did have a nice, effect to it. It sounded really damn good. Had the clean dialogue throughout. But the surround tracks did give you a little bit more, give you more ambience and more fullness into your room. And it didn't have a nice, well balanced throughout. I didn't notice any bleeding off of the dialogue into either from the left or right. I mean, it did sound dated, but they did a really good job with this. And of course, the music score was done by Henry Mancini. It was recorded with the London Symphony Orchestra, and it was actually additional music composed by Michael Kamen, which he's done a lot of great scores over the years as well. So a very nice, impressive audio track on this. Whether you want the 2.0 or the surround, I would definitely go with the surround because it just gives you a little bit more. But you can't go wrong with the 2.0. It's pretty damn good. Now for the packaging here, we got standard slip cover. And we'll take this off and say goodbye to that. Standard keep case. It doesn't have reversible art. I checked and it doesn't. Now you get 3 discs here. You get one 4K, which has a theatrical cut. And then we flip that over. Then we got the theatrical cut on the Blu-ray and a director's cut on Blu-ray. And it's cool they got, different artwork, so they're not all the same. Now for the bonus features here, the 4K has no bonus features on it whatsoever. But the 2 Blu-ray discs, the theatrical version has a whole bunch of featurettes, interviews, has Dangerous Beauty, Space Vampires in London, Carlson's Curse, teaser and theatrical trailers, TV spot, and still gallery. Now, the director's cut has audio commentaries. One of them was with Toby Hooper, which is actually moderated by Tim Sullivan. And then we have another commentary with makeup effects designer Nick Maley, moderated by Michael Felsher. So keep that in mind. If you're interested in commentaries, it's only the director's cut only. And the rest of the bonus features are on a Blu-ray of the theatrical version. So to wrap it up, great release from Shout Factory. It definitely, again, they set the bar high and they delivered with this. Talking a movie that's 39 years old, they did an incredible job with this. And plus, the movie still holds up. It's still enjoyable. The only downside is if you want the director's cut, which I think is like 15 minutes longer, is only on Blu-ray. It's not on 4K. So I did not watch that yet. It's hard for me to do watch different versions, especially back to back. It's like once I watch it, I was like, I don't want to watch it again. And I want to wait a while. I did read some reports of some people say, they hate the theatrical. So I do want to pop the director's cut in sometime and see how much better that is, because even the theatrical, I still enjoy it. I think it's really good. But another thing to note is as far as the different versions, the director's cut, it does not say if they used a new scan for it, so I do not know, but it does not say that because, here it says, the disc 1 4K has a new scan, the 4K scan, and disc 2, the Blu-ray of the theatrical has a 4K scan, but it does not say that for the director's cut. So the director's cut could be the old scan, I don't know, but it does not say that on here. So as far as purchasing this, right now it's still running $29.49 on Amazon, and even I kept it like $35 on Shout. I picked this up through the Shocktober sale, so I got it for I think $21, $22 somewhere in there. So if you want the 4K of this, definitely shop around, look for some deals. wait for the sale because, I just don't really see paying that $35 for this thing. Now, if you want the Shop Factory Blu-ray, you can get it for $12.99, on Amazon. Again, I didn't have the Blu-ray to compare, but I would imagine I would imagine that since this has a brand new 4K scan, this is going to be way ahead of that Blu-ray that was done. So that pretty much does it for my look at the 4K of Lifeforce. Please comment below, let me know what you think. Check out my other videos on my channel, like, subscribe, turn your bell notifications on, and we'll see you soon. Geek out.